Hey everybody, it's Scott Mann, author of Game Changers, CEO and founder of the Stability Institute, and I'm on the road again. So I thought I'd take a few minutes to talk to you about some stuff that's coming out in the news today from our Secretary of State, Kerry, on recent success that we've had against ISIS. Specifically, I've seen reporting that we're claiming to have killed up to 6,000 ISIS fighters and leaders, and that our bombing attacks have actually pushed them back some 270 miles over territory that they did control. And all of this through a bombing campaign. And I just want to caution anyone watching this that body count, by any measure, it doesn't matter how you arrive at it. When you're fighting a threat like ISIS or Al-Qaeda or the Taliban or the Viet Cong in Vietnam, body count is not a good metric to assess how you're doing against the enemy. 6,000 fighters is a lot, but how many did it take to bring down the World Trade Center and carry out the overall attacks of 9/11 2001? 19 hijackers. So putting all this stock in body count, we've got to be real careful about that. The other thing that I think we have to be careful of is that we get excited about what we think are surgical strikes. Clean strikes against enemy targets by using bombing campaigns where apparently we're risking less blood and treasure. One of the things I want to caution here, and this is reporting coming right out of these areas, is that when you drop bombs into tribal areas, these guys are living and working among locals. This is tribal society, clan society, where honor and feud and revenge run very strong. And there's no real clean way to discern between ISIS, Al-Qaeda, and locals. And when locals get killed and hurt like that, and there's no local presence, ground presence of U.S. or Western forces, or at least Iraqi forces, to kind of coincide with those bombing campaigns, then the narrative and the story that gets told to those locals who are enduring those bombing attacks is, hey, Islam is under attack from the West, and that bomb strike that just happened is proof of that. So what are you going to do about that? Are you going to stand there and take that, or are you going to do something about it? And they actually use our bombing campaigns to mobilize tribal vendettas, blood feuds against us. Now, it may not have manifested yet, but it is coming. And we have to look at things like the Pakistani school shooting, where Taliban actually projected and killed over 100 children of military personnel who were operating in the tribal areas. We need to understand that this stuff comes at a price, and if it is not as surgical and as clean as we'd like to think, and just citing body count numbers of ISIS killed or Al-Qaeda killed is a very dangerous thing to do, especially when you put all your stock in a bombing campaign that frankly is dropping ordnance right into tribal society where feud and revenge is the order of the day. We've got to be smarter about this. My book that's coming out in the spring of 2015 called Game Changers, Going Local to Defeat Violent Extremists, is all about this. It's about how we need to change the game. We need to get out of this mindset of top-down and dropping bombs on targets, thinking that we're actually going to reduce this kind of asymmetric threat. We've got to go local. We've got to meet people where they are. We've got to help them stand up against these threats and push them out and empower them to do that. That's how we come up with locally appropriate solutions that cost less blood, less treasure for our folks, and are much more viable in the end. Dropping bombs as the singular solution in Iraq is only going to get us deeper into this fight, you mark my words. So I do hope you'll check Game Changers out when it comes out. If you haven't joined my website, scottmann.co, I hope that you will, and subscribe to the newsletter. And also check out the Stability Institute, www.stabilityinstitute.com. We're talking about this stuff all the time. It's time that we start explaining these things better to all Americans and to all citizens of the world who want to push back against Al-Qaeda and ISIS. So until next time, this is Scott Mann, author of Game Changer, and thanks for watching.